Hello friends, hope you all are doing great in your life. In India, today is the first day of Vasanta Navaratri. So, during this time, it is highly essential that we know about the spiritual truths. So, while traveling in the spiritual journey, the first thing that we should know about is about the tool which we are going to use to progress in the spiritual journey. So what is the tool? This physical body is the tool that is given for us to achieve the enlightenment or whatever the goal that is there in the spiritual journey. So traditionally in India, it is considered that this body is made of the Panchakoshas. Panchakoshas means Panja means five and the Koshas means layers is what it is translated usually, but instead I would call it as a realms. It is a different realm, five different realms which together contributes this body. What you understand, this body is made of five different realms. So what are those five different layers? So I would use the term kosas in order to avoid confusion. Okay, so the five kosas are Annamaya kosa, Manomaya kosa, Pranamaya kosa, Vijnanamaya kosa, Anandamaya kosa. So Annamaya kosa, the first layer, what does it mean? Anna means food. So the layer which is completely made of food is the Annamaya Kosa. So what is that layer? It is this physical body. This physical body is an expression of the food that we have put into this body, right? So the modern science has very well understood about this physical body and hope you also know it. So let me move to the next body. The second body is the Manomaya Kosa. Mano means it's the mind. So the mind is also considered as a part, as a different realm of this body. Few years back, like 300 years back, this science never took into consideration about this mind, but these days there is increasingly huge amount of research which is going on, which realizes this mind as a cause of disease or this mind as a cause of our life or whatever it is. Like they are hugely understanding that mind plays a significant role, but still our understanding is like very minimal. We are in a very beginning stages. So hope you all also know about the mind. So let me move to the third layer, Pranamaya Kosa. Pranamaya Kosa means the body which is made of the prana. So what is prana? So different regions of the world has understood and they have used different terms to identify this prana. So in China and Japan they call it as chi energy or ki energy or reiki. Westerners in these modern days they call it as biomagnetism, bioelectromagnetics, bioenergy, life energy, and multiple other terms. And in India, in Tamil Nadu, we call it as Jivagandham, so we call it as Pranan. And other than that, they also a term called aura is also used to identify this pranamaya kosa. So like the physical body which has its own anatomy and physiology, this energy body also has its own anatomy and physiology. Like it has 72,000 nadis, it has 7 major chakras, right from the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraha, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agnya and Durya. So and apart from that there are 112 chakras within this body. So all these things, all this energy is present within this energy body and not within this physical body. So when I say the energy, the Agnya chakra is situated between the two eyebrows, doesn't mean it is situated exactly in this physical body. Its presence in the energy body is realized through this physical body when it is activated, is what we should clearly understand. So whenever I teach yoga, people do ask me, so where exactly in the spinal cord is this Manipuraka chakra present? Is this Agnya chakra, like is this Anahata chakra present? So people used to say like in spinal cord there is a hole which is traveling through the entire length and the energy rises through that hole. No, not at all. The CSF, the spinal cord and all these anatomy is completely different. The activation of all these chakras is sensed through this physical body, especially when the energy rises to the durya, you don't even have that sensation. It is beyond all those five senses. So whenever the limitation of this physical body is everything that you have understood is through these five senses only, which is touch, taste, smell, vision and hearing. So beyond this, we cannot understand anything with the help of this physical body. So whenever we want to realize this energy body, it is through some form in this physical body which we have to understand. But that doesn't essentially mean it is present in this physical body. That you should be very, very clear of, because this will there are so many confusion. The science is completely denying this energy body, but still so many people like me and many others are still researching on this, how they can make this science available to the entire world. So yes, so the main thing which I want to say is, like, people used to say, when you are ill, the aura turns black. When you are energy vibrant, then your aura is like brighter. So the major difference between yoga or gym is, yoga is not just for its physical benefit. Gym is for physical benefits, but yoga, beyond this, it grows the energy body. Meditation, it grows the energy body. The primary reason for all the forms of yoga is to grow the energy body. And when the energy body is assuming exuberance, you can study it in the physical realm. So uh, the physical benefits and the mind benefits in the mind, and all these things are the side effects. The main effect which we want is to grow the energy body. Fine. So this is called as the white magic. And when you, in Tamil there is a proverb called Kalladi Pattalum, Kannadi Padakudadu. Kalladi means like hit by a stone. Kannadi means it is the evil eye which you are getting to other people. So if I don't like a person and if I want to harm him, what can I do? Like, I can take a wood and like I can take a stick and I can hit him. But if I hit him, the police will catch me, right? So, but still I want to harm him. How can I harm him? Then you can use something called hit his energy body. It will be more harmful, and people who know to teach the side effects of the energy body are very, very less, and it is much more harmful. And even if you will suffer from all the sorts of illness, and you will go to hospital, they will check and they will say like everything is completely fine, but still your energy body is there. So these things has to be treated with the energy body. So this is called as the black magic. And um, this is also called as Mandrigam in the southern regions of the India. Also, I think like this is understood in most of the parts of India, I suppose. So let me stop the explanations about the energy body over here, and we will discuss about this further in the upcoming videos, maybe if you want. And the fourth layer is the Vijnana Mayakosa. Vijnana. What does Vijnana means? Visheshanana, the highest form of knowledge. What is the highest form of knowledge? So, what am I made of? I am made of cells, right? So, what are these cells made of? These are made of atoms. So, there is a stand in front of me, phone in front of me. So, what are they made of? They are also made of atoms. So, I am seeing like 100 people around me. What are they are made of? They are also made of the same atoms. So, what I am made of, everything around me is just made of the same thing, right? So, understanding that these are just an expression of ourselves. For example, how do I explain? So if I have a hand, so there are 5 different fingers of which are of different shape and have different functions as well to an extent. So but still you understand that these 5 fingers are the part of your body. So if I want to move these fingers, I can easily move it in a minute. So this kidney is made of nephrons, this liver is made of hepatocytes, the brain is made of neurons. Although they are made of different kinds of cells, we understand that they are a part of our own body. And whenever I want to do something, it functions for me. They function together and they help me grow together, right? In a similar way, the entire world around you is just an expression of yourself. The entire universe, everything that has been manifested, the entire manifest absolute is a part of your own self. Understanding this is the Vijnana Mayakosa. Understanding this is very essential, because when you want to move the finger, it is so easy for you to move. In the similar way, when you understand the entire manifest absolute is a part of you, everything that you want in the world, in the external world, happens the way you want. Okay, so there are two things which we should understand. One is the manifest absolute and the other is the unmanifest absolute. I will keep the explanation short, so that like I don't want to prolong the length of this video. I have already explained these things in 2 videos, this what is Shiva and Shakti. Those things I will leave in the description, you can check out. The Shiva is the unmanifest absolute and the Shakti is the manifest absolute. In simple terms, you can understand everything that you can see, that you can perceive, that you can research about, all these things in the entire universe is your Vijnana Mayakosa, just similar to the part of your own body, although they are made of different cells. They function together in the way you want to help you. This is the same way, right? And the fifth thing is the Anandamaya Kosa. Ananda means happiness or bliss. It is expressed in terms of perception rather than say a physical thing. Why? Because it can only be perceived, it can only be understood. Why? Because the entire unmanifested absolute is our Anandamaya Kosa. So what does unmanifested absolute mean? I will tell in short. So if I am there, so what am I? Where did I come from? I have come from my parents. Where did they come from? They have come from their parents. So where did they come from? If we trace back and back and back, and ultimately everyone would have come from one male and one female, right? So where did they come from? Science says they have evolved from monkeys. So in simple terms, we can understand that they would have come from some fifth sense being. So where did they come from? They would have come from something which had fourth sense and third sense, second sense, first sense, and everything would have evolved from that first sense thing. What is that? That is the trees and the plants. So where did they come from? They would have come from something which is non-living. So where did this all these non-living things come from? All these non-living things are just a composition of this Panchakosa, the five elements: the earth, water, air, fire, and the ether. So where did they come from? So all these things are made of atoms. Scientists few hundred years back, they said atom is indivisible, but right now we know they are made of protons, neutrons, and electrons. And few years back, they said these protons, neutrons, and electrons are indivisible. Right now, they are saying these are even divisible, and there are subatomic particles, so which are like bosons and multiple other particles like that. They are saying there are 14 subatomic particles like this. So the science keeps on evolving. Down the lane in the few hundred years, they might say even these are divisible. At the end, they have to come to some conclusion that there is some indivisible particle which forms the foundation for everything that has been expressed. So, where did that smallest indivisible particle come from? That should have come from something which is nothing. But if it has come from something which is not there, which is nothing, but still it has given expression of all these things, then it should be absolute, right? That's what I am calling it as unmanifested absolute. And if something that has come from absolute, everything that has come from absolute should also be absolute, right? That is manifest absolute, which means like you, me, this table, chair, everything has ultimately come from that unmanifest absolute. So these are manifest absolute. So unmanifest absolute is called as Shiva, and everything that has expressed from that unmanifest absolute is the Shakti, which is the manifest absolute. In simple terms, we can understand this to the first shloka in the Svetveshvara Upanishad. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuchayate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate, which means that which is there is also complete, and this which is there is also complete, and this thing, this completeness has come from that which is complete. So even this thing has been removed from that completeness, what remains is also complete. I will tell you this with the help of a single simple example. So let us assume there is river Ganga which is flowing on. Everyone considers that Ganga river as so sacred. So let us assume, let me go to Ganga river, and I felt it so sacred, and I just put my hand inside and I sprinkled few drops of water over my hand, and I just went back. But few people want to take the Ganga water to the home. So they took small container and they just took the Ganga water to the home, and they kept it in the puja room. Few people were so fond, they took few bottles and took few bottles of Ganga river, and few people took bigger cans, 5 liter can, 10 liter can. They took the Ganga river in the cans, and few people were even more fonder that they took tanker lorries and they took few thousands of liters of water to their hometown. But still, even whether it is a single drop or whether it is a thousands of liters of water that is taken from the Ganga, see, everything has the same qualities, exact same qualities of whatever the entire river is for, whatever the qualities of the entire river, even the smallest drop has the same quality, right? So, but still, even after you have removed so many water from that, whatever the thing that remains is full, right? In a similar way, we should understand that everything that has come from the unmanifested absolute is also complete. That is the manifested absolute. But still, despite all these things have come from the unmanifested absolute, everything that remains is also full, it is complete. So all these things I have already explained in detail in my book Metabiocognitive Remodulation in the Light of Yoga Sutras for a Life of Higher Possibilities. If you have never read it, you should definitely read it. I will suggest you. I will I will drop the link in the description. Please do check out. And the next thing is, so all these five layers have five different types of consciousness. These are the five dimensions of consciousness. I will explain you these things in the upcoming video. I hope this video was helpful for you. I will see you in one another useful video like this. Until then, it's Dr. Aravind signing off. Om Shakti.